How's it going? I'm Boxx. So you're watching Titan videos now, Titan breaks. I have taken over for Ali. Boss Man's here with me, which it feels weird to call you Boss Man because I don't think I've ever done that in the 10 years that we've known each other, give or take. He's a little off frame right now.
Everybody knows me and they've heard my voice. They've heard my voice more than they see me, but I've done breaks for Ali when she had appendicitis. But y'all don't need to see me in the frame. I'm just going to talk while. But yeah, Boxx is going to take over what Ali was doing, but he's going to add a bigger twist to it. He is going to do a lot of not only meta-analysis of Magic, he's also going to talk about finance. So it's going to be a mixture, which I don't think there's a channel that actually does both. Because Boxx actually, he does the route. He plays RCQs. He goes to the bigger tournaments once he qualifies. So he's familiar with the larger metagame as a whole. So from anywhere from Legacy to Modern to Pioneer to even Standard, when that hits the season, even though Standard's kind of a weak format for paper, it's still a strong format in Arena, but he knows all of it.
Yeah, and so I've got big events coming up, so I'll probably now with getting things underway, because it's been a long transition period of time now of just getting things situated and me over here and getting everything kind of set up for me to be working in the space that was Ali's at one point. I'll be able to do meta videos and meta calls about like big events that I'm going to. So I've already scheduled and registered for Eternal Weekend to play both Vintage and Legacy. So I'll probably do some sort of meta call, or at least because those events are usually open deck lists, I might release those videos talking about deck techs and decisions that I made afterwards, just so that there's no chance at somebody watching and getting an extra little bit of a head up on me in matches and whatnot. And then also I might do a little bit of tech about pre-modern, which is kind of a newer format on the radar, but bigger for most of us older Eternal players. And I'm also registered for RCQ, or the RC Atlanta, which will happen later in December as well. Those are open deck lists, so when I decide what I'm going to play, I'll probably do a deck tech and show off what I'm going to play, because I have to hand my list to my opponent every round anyway, so there's no hiding or trying to be cheeky or spicy or anything. I could just let you guys know that. And as far as like a financial aspect, I've been buying, selling, trading Magic for 20 years, give or take, roughly, just as a nice round number. And now with working at the shop here with John for the last almost 2 years now, give or take, seeing a little bit of more of the back end, and we spend a lot of time watching a couple other content creators that do financial style videos and kind of laugh about the things that they say, because we know that the numbers don't add up. And I know that I already have like one guy that likes to delete my comments when I comment on his videos because of that. And I will be very nice about not putting any names out there about like, this person says this and they're wrong or they're dumb. Like, I'm not going to be like that, because we have a reputation to uphold of not being like cutthroat about situations. So that's not something that we do.
Yeah, and there, just to know, there's a lot of bad advice out there. There really is.
And not to say that advice that I give or
that
Boss Man gives or we give as a team or a business here at Titan is like the end-all be-all. And I'm not going to tell you that I won't regurgitate something that somebody else has said and either elaborate on it or correct them, in my opinion. Everything that we say is very opinion-orientated. This is how we see it. These are the numbers that we crunch. And then from a meta aspect, as far as playing the game of Magic, again, it's my opinion as a veteran player. I'm going to say and do things or give suggestions that are going to be different than you're going to see. Everything is a very opinion-based, and people like to get hung up on, if you heard it, it's fact. That's not how things work. That's not life. The only facts that you're going to see out of us is when we open product, you're going to see the cards, and I can't hide or change those. That's what it is. So, on that note, too, as far as product breaks and showing off cards and sets and things of that sort, I'm a little bit more Magic focused. I do show a little bit of collecting and a little bit of interest in Pokemon because that's very nostalgic to me as an old Pokemon player. That's how I got into competitive TCGs, and TCGs as a whole was Pokemon. With the last aspect of time of working on the back end and doing things here, I've kind of started familiarizing myself with things like Weiss and Shadowverse and Flesh and Blood. John and I are really excited about Sorcery.
Yeah, Sorcery's nice.
Just because it's got, from a visual aspect, it's got a huge retro Magic feel, and we're old Magic guys and old D&D guys, so it kind of tugs at our heartstrings there as far as like the childlike nostalgia from it. But we'll still have an aspect of box breaking, pun intended, because I'm Boxx.
Box breaks box.
Box breaks boxes, or box breaks box. Opening a product to show things off. We're just not going to do it in the mass that Allie was doing it. I'm not going to sit here and open 2 cases of Weiss or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatnot just because we've come to the realization that it's transition. Not necessary.
And we've picked up so many customers. We're selling so much of it. We're like, for example, I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah,
we're going to be breaking a couple boxes of Caverns. We would normally break a full case of it.
Yeah, we'll show off. John and I are going to open these 2 collector boxes of Lost Caverns, and normally this would be a situation like he was saying, we would open way more of this product.
But we got hammered in the store.
Yeah, I mean, well, one with the
delay.
Product delays and everything that happened with Wizards on the collector's product specifically, and how it came through with distributors, it's just very hard to get a hold of it in enough quantity that it makes sense for us to open a large amount, because there is such a draw for people who want it. And we want the product in people's hands because not only that's smart for a business standpoint, but it's smart as a healthy aspect to the store and the business as a whole, to let players open the product and have the product that they want, and not just have to buy singles from us and then also fight back and forth between the guys that are going to buy the stuff from us on TCG, because we list as well as keeping product.
Oh, and we have a really solid player community that's a lot of high level players too. I mean, we have people practice for RCQs at our store. You know, our modern community has been running strong for almost 10 years now. Outside of COVID, that was the only time.
Yeah, we had the small aspect of COVID throwing a hiccup into things, but even then, like, when everything opened back up and we were doing events again, which is basically when I came in, Modern got a resurgence, and the majority of the players from prior to COVID came back and continued to play Magic with us at the shop, either at a situation of from other stores that didn't survive COVID, or there were players that were dedicated to the store prior that were excited to come back and play once again with us.
Yeah.
So with that little bit, you're still going to get some Yu-Gi-Oh breaks. You're still going to get some Weiss breaks, some Vanguard, Shadowverse. The stuff that you're looking for, you're still going to get, because we are known for opening a mass of products. But we are going to focus a little bit heavier towards Magic and a little bit towards Pokemon, just because that's more my wheelhouse. As far as sports are concerned,
I'll do the videos for that mostly.
John, or Bossman, is going to do the majority of the sports.
They know me as John too.
Oh, cool.
The name came about for just people who know, and from the channel, anybody watching this, they're going to know. One day, Allie was in chat, or I was in chat being the moderator, and she kept saying John, and we had 3 or 4 Johns in the channel.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm just going to call you Boss Man. And that's where it came from.
All right.
And literally, I didn't give myself the name. I'm not that vain.
Fair.
You've never heard me call myself that? You know?
No, and I, again, like, when you got referred as Boss Man, I was like, Boss Man?
Yeah.
I've called you John, or I've called you Karuba for 10 years.
Yeah, like, everybody knows me by those names.
So,
but that's what I was thinking is when we start back with the breaks. Right now, all the products that are available on the site, You can just buy, and we're shipping sealed boxes now on the site. So
yeah, you don't have to have me break it or
you can
us
buy it
break
sealed.
it. You can buy it sealed. I'll pack it up. I'm doing all the shipping and everything, so you get my luck of the draw as far as pulling the box out of inventory to send to you, but you can get it sealed. I'll ship it right to you. No ifs, ands, or buts.
And we'll start doing that. But I'll do a lot of the. I'll just come into the studio and I'll be doing the previews on some of the sports breaks. Still, we're not going to preview too much of sports because we're still getting hamstrung by the distributors on sport products. Baseball's a little bit better. Football and basketball are terrible.
Yeah, football, basketball is terrible. I'm still popping in and out of the shop, and anybody who's recognizing my face, who is a local customer to Titan, knows me as being the guy that was parked behind the counter for the longest time in front of the second computer. I still pop into the shop from time to time. I still hang out. I still run Monday Night Moderns. I also run a monthly Legacy event. So if you're local to Titan and you're into competitive Magic, either Modern or Legacy, you'll see my face by coming into the shop. But I still answer the phone when I'm in there every once in a while, and it's usually people looking for sports, and it's football and it's basketball, and I have to tell them all the time. They're like,
Sold out.
I'm sold out, or I got one box and it's this and it's really expensive, and they're like, oh my god, that's so much, and I'm like, it is what it is, man. I have no wiggle room on it because of distributor prices, and also it's really hard to get it. So like, it'll be very rare, if anything, if we open any kind of football or basketball product at all
until the
channel.
market changes.
Yeah, until distribution and market changes, it's going to be very hard to do.
Something else I just had an idea. When Boxx goes to the events like Eternal Weekend and the larger qualifiers, I'll probably let him set up, and you could do short form videos, like 1 minute. You know, the
like
YouTube
real
shorts.
style.
Yeah, you could do YouTube shorts you could like, if you saw something
in
cool at the
between
table.
rounds, cool table, artist
stuff. You could talk to artists.
Yeah.
You can let people see who some of the artists are.
And I have a couple of MTG artists that I see every time I go to big events and whatnot. Arcade Post, who is my favorite artist by far. If he ever, God forbid, comes across the channel and sees how much of a fanboy I am, which he's probably used to every time I see him at an event now. But I love to show off his stuff, and even when I get back, like, I might do a situation of like, hey, I got back from Eternal Weekend, or I got back from RC Atlanta or RC Denver, or wherever it was, and kind of show off like, hey, here's a mat that I grabbed, and some signatures, and unique tokens, and prize wall items, and stuff like that. Just to kind of, because I know that not everybody has the chance to travel like that. I feel very privileged in the aspect that, like, Magic is not only my hobby, but my job, and I also get to travel a lot for it, to do both of those, now even on a professional aspect.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna break with you, but I don't think we can get both our hands in here.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little difficult.
Yeah,
but we wanted to do at least a like chat together kind of intro, and like give everybody that's watching, guys and girls, some sort of direction of where things are gonna go as far as the channel moving forward, because we didn't forget about you guys. That was like my big thing about coming over here, was that I didn't want the YouTube channel to become just an archive of Allie's old videos.
Yep. So in the future, you'll definitely be seeing more stuff. Like I said, it's going to be content not around just breaking boxes. It's going to be a lot of meta content, a lot of finance stuff, just stuff like that. And it'll be me too. I'll come in here. Maybe we'll get a wider frame camera. We'll put a set. We might put 2 cameras.
We might have to put we might have to put another one in here, because it's
we got 2 cameras now. We got the cards. We got the face.
Yeah.
We might give me a face cam too. I'll put it on the other end. But with that, I'll leave you to Boxx breaking those and see if we hit any cool. We didn't see a Mana Crypt, so.
Yeah, we haven't seen a crypt. I think we got like 1 caves out of some of the.
There was 1 caverns, and then there was nothing huge. This is from the brand new case.
Nothing neon has come out of anything, but that was also yesterday when we only had like 1, maybe, what was it, like 2 cases in the store. And it all got bought up?
Yeah, the two mini cases, and he took 2 with him, so yeah. And then we got more in there, so.
So this is all stuff from fresh boxes, so for all I know, there could be mediocre stuff in it, or we could open, I could open one of those new crazy Jurassic Park emblem cards out of here.
You could hit one. So.
Which we have yet to see in person. I have yet to see one in person. I see plenty of them online. I'm in a lot of the buy-sell trade groups, but I've yet to see one in person. So I'm going to let John get back to his stuff and what he's doing and whatnot.
I'm helping them with Lorcana today.
Yeah, we got Lorcana release today. This is Friday of the Lorcana release, the 17th, and it has been a madhouse. So I'm going to rip these. Right. John's going to do his thing.
I'm going to get this off, just in case, off camera.
Oh, yeah, that shouldn't be in frame at all, but...
All right.
Stick that on the wall or the door or something so I know where it is. Put it up there. Cool. All right.
Later. See y'all later.
Later, John. All right, guys. Let's crack into these. I'm a little bit of an animal. So I'm going to open both of these boxes. And I'm going to stack the packs off to the side here with the box topper right there. And I'm going to crack into these, and hopefully we get something good. There's a couple of cards that I'm looking for myself, because like I mentioned, I play a lot of competitive Magic, but I also like to play a lot of fun jank. Here, let's stack these together, and then these bad boys we can put over here. And I'm just going to rip. I'll show off the fun stuff. With spoiler season coming so quick and through everything... I feel like I'm never looking at the camera unless I'm looking dead at the camera. We've kind of all seen the commons and uncommons and whatnot, so they're not super exciting. But I'm going to kind of peel through these real quick and try not to bleed any of the cool stuff in the back. And get us basically... Oh, I thought that was square-cornered for a second. I'll stop at the basic. These are collectors, so almost everything is foil out of it. And any crazy hits, I've been paying attention to TCG prices. So if I miss something, I miss something. It is what it is. Otherwise, hopefully it'll be something cool. And I'll show the super cool stuff off. Or Splendid Angel. Nice reprint. Dino card, the spitting foil Get Lost. The full art, the art on this Get Lost is fire, by the way. It's one of my favorite cards out of the set. We got a token. Nobody really cares about tokens. Unless they're the Kamigawa Goblin. Everybody wants like a massive amount of those. But I'm gonna have a mess on my keyboard over here from my other computer. Let's get down basic islands, show off some of these cards. Let's hoping for a good hit. Let's get something dope out of here. Oh, there we go. Galta. A full art Galta. It's non-foil. But that's a nice little hit. Put hits up over here. Here, I'll put the Get Lost with it. That's a nice little guy. Life Finds a Way. People are excited for these Jurassic Park cards. I am also a Jurassic Park fan. We got a little focus issue here going on the cards. Come on, buddy. Figure your life out. There, it's good enough. If we get to something like super crazy and I won't focus on it, I'll really tweak at the camera until I'm happy with it. But shoot me some comments in the video once this is uploaded and everything, and if you guys are excited, what's your big spec of the set? I love to hear people's specs on like what they think is going to end up being a super expensive or hard to get card. Mess with the camera here a little bit, try to get a little bit of focusing in to get the names to show up. They are not focusing for this. See, this is why we didn't do live, because this is the first shot on me. I don't do stuff like this ever. Kellen, we got a Dino Island and a foil full art Roaming Throne. I know people are hyped about that card. These Dino Islands, or these Dino lands, these Jurassic Park lands that are, oh, there we go. They're focusing real good there. These are two-sided, all of them. And they've got really cool art on both halves. So, something to look forward to. I know a lot of people are really hit or miss on the Universe Beyond stuff. If it's not an IP that like they're nostalgic about or like super excited about, they kind of get tweaked on it. Like me, I wasn't a big Doctor Who fan, so I wasn't really worried about it. But like Fallout, I'm super happy for. I can't wait for Fallout. Huge Bethesda / Fallout nerd. Pernicious Hammer Skull. Ooh, we got a foil. Oh, look at that. Just Dino time all day long, which makes sense. We're in Ixalan. Oh, I can't get. Come on, focus, buddy. Stop looking at the cards behind me. Look at the card that's here. Maybe it's because I got all this stuff over here. There we go. That foil Gulta, Stampede and Tyrant. This card is insanely good. Now that the set's been out a little bit and people have been playing it, that's a hot card out of the set. And then we'll show off this forest. This one's a foil. A little lonely worker at Jurassic Park, and then your dead mate. I like the transitioning arts on these Jurassic Park cards. I think they're really cool. I think they're really fun. Like I said, Jurassic Park fan myself. I grew up watching the movies when I was a kid, even the second one, which was really bad. But the first one's great. It stands the test of time too. Those are commons, uncommons. We're not going to pay attention to that. Youngling. Oh, let's get a little bit better in camera here. I'm like looking over multiple cameras and then also trying to see with my face and stuff. Molten Collapse, that's a card that's been super hyped out of the set. Hey, you got Campy Swarm. Another one of those Jurassic Park cards people are excited for. Treasure Map, nice reprint out of the set. These gnome tokens. These guys look great, by the way. The art director for the set, I'm not sure who the art director was, but he did a good job on picking artists and getting the arts done for this. The dino tokens look great as well. Just got a huge amount of glare out of that, though. The ring light is not being as kind to me as it probably could. Stack all this stuff up over here, get it a little bit out of frame, make sure that things are doing its job, and then afterwards I'll fan out all the what I consider hits or cool cards out of the set. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I miss something that you thought is cool, shoot me. No, don't shoot me, please. Breaches. That art's really good. Again, art director did a great job. We got a Plains, Fabrication Foundry, foil, full art, map tokens. People are going to be looking for those. I'm always going to show these I'm going to show these basics off until I've shown off at least one of each one, because they're great. I dig them. Those are awesome. Also, I've got a local buddy who wants a bunch of them, so we'll get to get his pick out of the stuff that I opened. Also, if you're into Magic and you just like watching Magic breaks, and if I don't upload fast enough for you, which I can't guarantee that I'm going to be uploading a ton of Magic stuff or a ton of breaks in particular. I have a buddy who goes live on TikTok who does breaks, Jake Hole the Wizard. So make sure that if you're into Magic breaks and whatnot, you have TikTok, go over there, check him out. He does rips all the time, and every once in a while, if you're into cats, he's got a Potato, and Potato likes to get in the frame. We got another Get Lost. This card's fire, by the way. It's a removal spell that Pioneer really needed, and it's getting a lot of hype about it. This one's non-foil. And a blue. Girl, she looks good. Blue's looking good. Oh, dang. There we go. Look, got a red god. Deepest Might. I am going to butcher his name if I try to say it, so I'm not. This card's hyped. I hyped it. I thought that this card, I'm going to try to get it as much in frame as possible so you guys can read what it does. This card's fire. Like, straight fire. Me and a couple of guys are already brewing with it in... it's got a backside. Let me show you the backside. Me and the guys are definitely brewing some Pioneer and some Standard decks with this thing. This thing is fire.
I'm going to give you this. That was a degenerate in the store.
Oh, look at this. We got a pile of... John didn't stick around to open with me, but he opened some stuff out of the shop, so I'll
first pack's a banger.
The first pack's a banger?
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
on the top. Yeah,
all right.
The first pack was a banger.
So now we have an open box from John because he was a degenerate. That's his thing. I used to yell at him when I worked in the shop to stop handing me stacks of cards, which hasn't ended now that I'm not in there. Look at that. Dreadmaw got an upgrade, dog. Earthshaker now. He's not colossal anymore. He's even bigger. But, yeah, John opened a box, so we'll thumb through his box as well. Ogier, another Ogier. This is the White God, non-foil. This card's got a lot of hype about it. I don't know if it's competitive play. Probably not. Maybe in Standard. I haven't looked at Standard in a long time. I think the last time I played competitive Standard was Khan's Block. When decks were like $700 because of fetch lands and all kinds of stuff like that. This guy, though, Stalactite Stalker, this card is been hyped up by a content creator that you guys probably know. And I agree with him that the card is fire. I've picked up a set for myself. I'm going to test it out. Playing it, probably in Modern. Oh, look at that. Treasure token. Dino treasure token. I wonder if it's the... It's not. It's just a gold on the back. I thought it would be the Jurassic Park Dino. But we do have another Jurassic Park Mountain full art. God, these are so good. I feel like you gotta have a deck that kind of fits the theme with your basics if you're gonna play them, but if you do, if you're playing some weird Dino tribal deck in Pioneer or Standard, or you have a Dino EDH deck, those are for you guys all day long. I'm probably gonna pick some up just because I'm an animal and I have a large collection of basics. Not that these full arts aren't bad either. I also am like, I'm a little nostalgic to like when full arts were full arts. Like when it was nice and unique to get full arts when they weren't in every set. We got a Resplendent Angel with the regular art. I feel like this isn't zoomed in enough. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more, zoom in more, not out more. Just so that you guys can look at this stuff a little bit better and I don't have to kind of keep jamming it up into the camera, but it cuts a little bit of stuff out. We got something foily back there. We got another Now You're Here, Now You're Not Forest. Warden of the Inner Sky, full art foil. This is another card that is getting a lot of hype, specifically in Pioneer. I think it's real good. I think it's going to get a ton of play. Just the abilities on it are crazy good, crazy static. Try not to bleed the pack. A great mistake. Growing Rights. Man, I remember when that card was super expensive. Not anymore. Ripples of Potential. This card went from being super hyped to almost nothing to all the hype is real again. If you're a Commander player or a Eternal player, like those are good. All right, Oil of Forgotten. Henry Wu. at this guy. He just ruins everything. We got foil breaches. Treasure token. So what do we got on the back here? Gnome soldier. These gnomes, the tokens, great. Great art. I dig them. They're goofy looking. I think that's why I like them. They're like, they're Aztec-y, but like in Magic's own like fun, goofy way. And the full art lands in this set also fantastic. Look at our boy Thrashing Bronzodon getting a full art. We got a foil roaming throne. People are hyped on this card. If you play tribal decks, bueno card. Restless Prairie. I'm glad to see more manlands. Pioneer, in my opinion, needed manlands that were good. And then also Eternal formats needed manlands that were good. Not that the monocolor ones are by far my choice to play, but Preacher of Schism. Look at that. Look at that art. The playability is kind of, but that art is fuego. A copy and a dino. But last pack of the box. We got some good hits out of this one too. We'll fan out the hits. Again, this is my opinion of hits. Restless Events. Kutsu's Flanker. Trumpeting Carnosaur, full art, non-foil. I know that people are kind of pushing their way into non-foils these days, especially for competitive play. We got a Life Finds a Way foil. Full art foil, Restless Events. I'd say out of the manlands, like this one and the blue-white one. Restless, I'm never going to remember the name of these things. I think this one is going to end up seeing a ton of play. So that first box, we got pretty good hits out of it. I think the big ones being some of the gods and whatnot. So these guys, definitely nice big hits out of it. Pair of Get Loss, because one of them was foil. Roaming Throne. And then two. Double down on them. Double down on the Galtas. One of them was foil too. So you're going to be fire. I'm going to have all this stuff up on TCG for sale. If you're local, come in. I'll have the cards available as well. And anything that you see on TCG, if you're local, you can shoot me a message after your order and go, "Hey, Boxx, pretty please, I want to see your big bearded face. Can I pick my order up in the shop?" And I'll be like, "You know what, man? Just because it's you and you asked me so nicely, yes, you can. I will. I'll pull your order and I'll bring it over to the store, and you may or may not get to see my ugly mug when you pick it up, or it might just be behind the counter for you, and one of the fine gentlemen in the shop can hook you up." Sunken Citadel. This card is cheap monetarily, but it is hype play. I think this is going to end up being a sleeper out of the set, and it's going to end up spiking, in my opinion, just because the playability is so good. Oh, look at that. Little Ian Malcolm Daddy action. Another flanker. We got another. Oh, look at that. Copy token with the angel on the back. Look at the art on that angel. That guy is killing it. got something crazy though. I wanna see something nuts. I wanna see something neon out of one of these packs. Oh, Echoing Depths. It's actually that's not gonna make it on TCG. That's gonna go in my box. One of my deck boxes. I'm gonna play test that card. I think it's gonna be super hyped for Legacy, either for lands or 12 post. I know 12 post is not like a deck in people's opinion, but shocker, I play it. We got a Tirana's Journal. I like the ones that transform. So I think this one's going to end up being one of those things that gets some standard play. I think that most of the set now has been kind of established on whether or not it's going to be modern, Pioneer, or Legacy play. I didn't see a lot of stuff that is kind of vintage playable. That being said, weird things happen with Commander cards, and every set now has Commander cards. So only time will tell before there's another Fourth Airlings situation or another White Plume Adventurer deck that shows up in one of the Eternal formats and just kind of wrecks face. Tetsun Gnome Champion. That card looks dope. Look at that Bringer. My God. Again, kudos to the art director. I don't know who you are. I'm sure that if I did some deep diving on Google, I could figure it out. But you made sure that people knew what they were doing when they were sketching and painting stuff up for this, because it looks fire. The art for the set really makes the set. I mean, the feel out of it is leaps and bounds right into that Aztec, Central America vibe. The conquistador vampires and whatnot. Jade Light Spelunker, a lot of hype around this card as well. Redemption Choir. Hulking Raptor. I have this card on my spec list for Pioneer. I think it's going to be great in Big Green, and then also in like green-red vehicles and whatnot. Just that extra mana ramp is really good. Oh, we got a Swamp finally. I got something foil back here. Starving Revenant. That art. God, that art. I can't get over it. The art is fire. Oh, these gnome tokens. I'm going to show this Swamp off because we haven't shown one of these off yet. So, look at that. Look at that guy. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. Look at that guy. It's a good day to be a dino, bad day to be a human. The video is gonna end up being a little long. We're gonna do some editing skills on it and whatnot. This is gonna be a learning experience for me on doing all this kind of stuff. I'm gonna end up employing one of our shop guys / GM to just be my tech dude, at least until I get into the wing of things of doing editings and adjusting stuff. Deep Root Pilgrimage. I'm going to tell my kids that, not that I don't have kids, it's a phrase. I'm going to tell my kids that this was Splinter Twin. Oh yeah, another Ogier Deepest Might. God, this card's legitimately, of the set, I think that's the card that, whoa, look at that. Look at that Carnage Tyrant. Look at that boy. Look at how the armor flickers. Look at him. Can't be countered. Trample hexproof. He is here for the business, and he's going to give it away. And we got a fungi dinosaur and a spirit. I know I haven't shown off all the tokens. A lot of them are repeats. But, the videos will get better as time goes on. I'll edit out the parts that are a little wonky, where, I kind of suck. Wave goodbye. Ho, dang. I think that's the most expensive Jurassic Park card that you can open. That is a hunting velociraptor foil. These things were hyped at first. All the Jurassic Park cards were hyped at first with listing and everything, and these dropped down to like $10, and then overnight hit the $75 mark for the non-foils. So this guy is probably... Whoa! We did it. I wanted to see something crazy. I wanted to see something dope. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a neon green Mana Crypt. That is gorgeous. I don't think that I could have picked a better 2 boxes to open for the first video that I've ever recorded for the channel. I got sleeves somewhere around here, and this is going in it. I'm not a normal, like, sleeve as you go kind of guy, but hell, I think I got a top loader over here. This thing is, ooh, that top loader is gross. Let's skip the top loader just because it's super gross, but my God, you know, I'm taking this out of the sleeve so I can show this off some more. This is phenomenal. I definitely had my doubts on how many Mana Crypts they were going to print and what they were going to end up looking like, but I already own some Crypts, and I already have my one that I play in Vintage, but this thing is gorgeous, and if somebody else doesn't scoop this thing up, I might have to scoop that up because it looks phenomenal. And I'm not gonna tell anybody that I opened it either. I'm gonna make them see it when the video gets uploaded and we run it in the shop. I think it'll be funny that way if I just don't tell anybody that I opened that. Remove this pile of cards from right here. Restless Reef. I like this card a lot. Probably more than I should. Because it's not that great. But I have a soft spot for Mill as well. Oh, look at this. We got our first... I think it's our first... No, the Carnage Tyrant was. Special guest out of the set. Mephidros Vampire. I remember playing this card in Limited. It wasn't good in Standard, but it was dope in Limited. It's a nice 6-drop bomb. Just turn your whole board into Singular Vampires, which I know all about losing to Singular Vampires. Good friend of mine has really thrashed me a couple of times with Singular Vampires over the years. But that's also when we were 20 years younger. And Singular Vampire was good. Get Lost, regular border foil, and, you know, that art. While it's not as good as the full art, still Really nice. Oh, we got an Owen. We got a blue out of the last box, didn't we? Or was it this box? Looking through these cards that are chilling here. No, it was the last box. Oh, somebody build an Owen deck. Look at that. Trumpeting Carnosaur foil. The plating on the dinos when they're in foil looks amazing. All the little armor plating and everything on them just shimmers so nice. I'm trying to like catch it just right in the camera so you guys can really see it. The shimmering on his armor plates just looks so amazing. Put this Owen over here with the hits pile. We got 4 packs left, and then I'm going to do the Treasure Trove toppers. And actually, you know what? I'm going to thumb through the box that John opened, and then I'll do the box toppers. I'm going to save the box toppers to dead last. Not that we're going to be able to top that crypt. And this video will probably end up being roughly an hour long, even though it was 2 boxes. 3 that we're going to show off, but 2 that we opened. I got a blue god. Hands are a little shaky. Another one of these dope islands. And then, oh ho ho! Look at this boy! So short of the black god, we've opened at least one of each god. This is the green one in foil. This guy is super cool. I actually joked about it in my Legacy and Vintage group chat on Facebook about playing a single copy of these in one of my decks. Just as a fun of one of. I like to play competitive decks or semi-competitive decks with goofy like singletons in the flex spots just to do it. Because why not? Like, Magic's about having fun when you're hanging out and you're playing with the boys. I don't get super sweaty or anything about Magic, even at big events, but I will tighten up a little bit at a big event and kind of play a little bit more meta conscious. But for the most part, I like to play goofball stuff. I like to have fun. Molten Collapse foil. That's a nice little hit. Another one of these Stalkers. These are cheap. People are sleeping on them. I think this card's going to be insane and very playable. The Roaming Throne. Non-foil on this one. Cresting Monosaurus. Emerge cards. Again, that ability is dope. Don't sleep on that. Look at that. Foil Tasha's Tidebinder. Just the art. It's got a very almost like Carnival kind of feel to it. Looks great. Ooh. Forest. Gosh, these full arts look great. I think these are some of the best full arts that have come out in the last couple of years since they've done the full arts in every set situation. The Myco Tyrant. Now this card I'm hyped for. I think that I got Aristocrats, Food, Deck. Also wouldn't be bad as like a singleton copy in Yawgmoth in Modern, because you're getting those fungus tokens that you can sack. Got a foil of that swamp. Corpses of the Lost. I'm gonna show the back off of that swamp, and I'm gonna show the back off of this token. That's why I was a little hyped earlier. Look at our Jurassic boys. That's a cool token. But foil on this guy. is fire. The rain and the fire on this, super dope. That's all right. This is the last sealed pack that we have. I don't know how John kept the cards from the box that he opened as far as order and whatnot. Hopefully he just like left pack by pack by pack so that it's fun for us to go through. Look at that. Another Oger. So that's 3 Ogers out of 2 boxes. Pretty good hits. Pretty good hits on these boxes. Don't mention the Mana Crypt to anybody. Make them watch the video. Command Tower for all you Commander players. A foil, full art. Well, it's not full art. It's the showcase art. Foil showcase art on the Skullspore Nexus. This card's really good. Another one of these treasure tokens with a gnome on the back. All right, so got some pretty good hits out of that box. I think these are kind of But the trumpeting, the vampire. This was a hit. Carnage Tyrant, another Oger, Splinter Twin that we have at home. The Hulking Raptor is like me. I'm specking. I think that card's gonna end up being really good. Got an Echoing Depths for myself. And the Sunken Citadel. And then that's right. Neon, just a casual neon green Mana Crypt. Just casual about that. Quiet time. All right. I assume that I'm going to put these off to the side so that I can... He did. He left these in pack order. So we have our box topper hit, which is a Worn Power Stone, which is not too bad. And then this is the first pack, and if you remember, John said that this is fire, so let's see what's so fire about it. Again, I'm going blind in here too. I didn't thumb through and like kind of see what it was. I just saw that he left them in pack order. Well, we got Quintoris full art. That art is phenomenal. They did a playmat of this, and the playmat is beautiful. I definitely will be trying to see if I can get a print on this. Oh, look at that. Velociraptor. And a foil Cavern of Souls. Look at that cavern. Look at that cavern. Oh, there's a token back here. I forgot about the token. I was so hyped on everything going on. I think that's what I'll do. I'll flip this pile over that he handed me of everything that he opened so that I can go from token to token. That way it feels like I'm opening the packs for you guys. That cavern, though. That cavern is beautiful. Now it feels like we're opening packs that you just don't have to hear the wrapper shuffle around. Echoing Depths full art. I think that card's going to be very, very playable. J-Light Spelunker, also very playable. Boy Thrashing Bronzodon. You can't have an Ixalan set without a couple of the old boys coming back, right? I think that's like part of the hype. we've hit every basic out of the Jurassic Park stuff as well, right? I'm pretty sure I showed off all the arts. We got the swamp, we got the mountain, the forest, the plains. Definitely got the island. I remember showing the island off. Amelia Benavides Aguirre. This card is got a lot of hype behind it. It's extremely playable. Along with Wild Growth Walker, you just go infinite. Again, more Splinter Twin than we have at home. It's the best way to reference things like that. Oh yeah, look at that dino egg. They're painting dinosaur eggs. That seems a little dangerous. Bloodletter Alcatraz. This art is phenomenal. They I believe Pinfinity did an AR mat of this. I got to see video of that last night, and it is phenomenal. Just to watch him come up off of the mat and kind of flap a little bit. The Enigma Jewel. Alright, so real quick on this card. Let's get it where you guys can read it. This card has got a lot of hype being able to be used for things like Field of the Dead. And just going nuts. But, yeah. That, I think that Enigma Jewel is going to end up being a very heavily played card. We got a foil Restless Reef. That art looks phenomenal too. The sharks. You can see all the additional sharks in the background. It's kind of hard to, like, looks really good. Coming up on the hour mark on this video. I wasn't expecting to be this long. I don't. This isn't my forte. I'm completely out of my wheelhouse on this situation. But I'm having a blast, and I'm hoping that all of you guys watching are having fun watching me open all this stuff. Open this stuff because John opened this box. A Hulking Raptor. Again, that card. So good, so playable. I think it's going to end up being a big hitter in Pioneer. Not a lot of stuff out of the set that I've kind of hyped for Modern or Legacy, which is the two formats that I play the most of. Like I said, the Echoing Depths, I'm definitely going to toy around with in land-based decks in Legacy. But other than that, let's see. Look at Get Lost. I know it was a couple of boxes ago, but that full art just looks phenomenal. There we go. Foil Savage Orders. That card looks great. Oh, look at that. Sure, I'm going to have to bring this over to one of the boys in the shop. He's a Merfolk player, and he's going to want that. Have to make sure he gets his grubby little mitts on that. Or his grubby little fins, I should say, since it's a Merfolk. I'm bad with the puns, bad with the jokes, but I'm quick with them. So you guys will probably hear a lot of bad puns and a lot of bad jokes in these videos moving forward. Look at that llama. A Dalai Lama. Millennium Calendar. Alright, come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. Mountain. Foil, Echoing Depths full art. Look at that. Those pillars pop. Those look good. We got, I think, like 4 packs left, give or take. One, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 packs left, and then we'll crack into these Lost Caverns toppers. Foil Trumpeting Carnosaur cards. The Discover 5 on that is really good, just for some added value. I mean, a 7/6 with trample for 6 is nothing to shake your head at. I've been playing this game a long time, and I remember when like a 4/4 for 4 had huge downsides. Now you get like 4/4s for 2 with upsides, and it's like, what the, how is the power creep hitting like this? Ravenous Tyrannosaurus. There we go. There's something cool. Oh yeah, foil full art growing rights. It's a nice little banger. Art on that's really cool too. I'm digging the art. I think I like the art on this more than the original growing rights. Nice little cradle we have at home. Boom. Galta foil. Look at that boy. Nice 12/12. Trample. Fling that at something. Ho ho. No black god still. This is our second green god. No black god. There we go. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Galleon and a vampire token. Alright, we got 1 pack worth of cards left. Still no black god. We got what? 3. No. We got 3 red gods, 2 green, 1 white, 1 blue. Where are the black gods at, man? Where are they? Where's that baddie guy? Great Mistake. This art, I don't know if I like the full art or the regular one enough better. That shark reef in the background is dope looking. Here we go. Restless Anchorage. It's the White Man Land, Blue White Man Land, the new one. People are hyped on this one. We got a mountain foil and Hawatli. Haven't seen Hawatli. Art looks fire. Card is medium. Art is fire. Alright. So, we could not top the crypt, which it's hard to do. It's hard to top a neon Mana Crypt, but we got some dope hits. The Lord of Atlantis is really cool. A couple Hulkings, a couple echoings. The Cavern. At neon color. I guess it's not neon. It's just the regular full art foil. But the art is gorgeous. The Raptor. And Quintoris. I remember that was all in one pack. So John did not lie when he said that the first pack out of that box was fire. You open it, you walk in the shop, you buy one pack out of the collector's box, and you rip this, and everybody else gets mad because they don't want to open the rest of the box. But then, like, look at the rest of the box. I mean, Galta, Green God, Full Art Foil Growing Rights, the Lord of Atlantis. Like, the product is still really impressive, and I think the best aspect of it and the thing that's holding the most is that because it's so hard to get the product right now, the card values haven't completely crumbled to nothing. I'm going to try to open these as dainty as possible because there's one card in them, which I hate because that means that there's more of a chance that I bend or twist or mess these packs up. I hate these box topper packs. Just maybe if I hold it flat and just kind of peel, I can minimize the chances of blowing out this card. Let's do it live. Oh, Mimic Vat. A bad hit. I mean, we could do better. What was it? John got a... What did John get? He got something. Wow. He got something and it was unimportant because I can't remember what it was. It was very unimpressive. So let's... I don't even know what... honestly, I don't know what topper is like the heat. Because I don't think you can get Crypts out of here. Oh my god, these packs. These packs suck. Where's that knife? Maybe I could just split the end. Split on this because I didn't have any fingernails to get in here. Oh my god, I'm gonna extend the video by like 20 minutes because I can't get the box topper pack open. There we go. Lay this down flat and peel the seam so we can try not to twist or bend this card. Alright, we can do better. We can do better than the Mimic Vat. And what was the other one? It was, I don't know. You're serious? You serious? You guys watched that, right? I'm not crazy. Did we really just do this? Oh my god. How are we gonna end such a dope video? With such insane hits. We end the video on our box toppers being back-to-back vats? Come on, Wizards. Why? Really? You know what? That's... hype derailed. The hype has been derailed with the double vats. Oh, God. I'm not even staying in frame. I'm so upset. I was hoping to open something crazy out of the toppers for you guys, but that wasn't the case. But we got this guy, and we got this guy, and we got plenty of other hits that were great. Yeah. All in all, I think Ixalan is a really good set for both playability and monetary value. And then also visually, it's phenomenal. I think if you take into account the visual aspect of the set and the art direction, you've got just a straight banger. I think the last time that I looked at cards and got excited, at least from an art standpoint, like this was Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty. But that was full nostalgia. I've been wanting a Kamigawa revisit set for a long time, and I'm sure now that Wizards saw how happy we all were with it, that they will kick that horse until it's dead. That being said, switch over to just my ugly mug. Oh my god, I got this big gross pimple. Don't look at me. Sorry. That was Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and I have an absolute pile on my desk now of loose pack wrappers that I have to get rid of, and a ton of cards that I have to list and maybe buy. I'm not sure on this one yet. I'm thinking about it. I'm very, very hard thinking about it, but we'll see what the price is. I know that it's not cheap. That being said, I will have some amount of videos coming in the future, whether it's John and I am looking forward to trying to sit in on some sports stuff. I'm a huge hockey fan, but I really don't follow any other sports for the most part. So trying to transition back in and learning players and learning things like that is going to be a learning curve for me. I think I said learning 12 times. That being said, I'm also struggling very much to watch my language, but that's part of the job. And I thank all of you who are returning subscribers and fans of the channel for popping in on this video and listening to my banter and my chatting with Boss Man, John, and watching me crack this product. So I think John just walked in. I'm going to try to hide that card. And I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that may be.